Hello and welcome to the Treat Trooper. Today we'll be making ALDERAAN artichoke dip. This is a scrumptious, creamy and cheesy dip that is sure to be a hit at any party. It was a fan favourite at the Death Star potluck last month, and we're sure you'll love it too. You don't need too many things for this recipe, so this delicious dip can be made even by a Padawan chef. Right, now first things first, let's grab our cutting board and a large knife and 1 can of artichoke hearts. Carefully remove the top and drain any excess juice. Our sous chef drones have already done that for us, so we're ready to begin dicing. Right, then we'll set that aside. Then we'll safely grab our knife. Go nice and slow if you need. These can be a little slippery. And begin cutting. As always, chopping can be very therapeutic, so enjoy. Right, that's perfect. We have a nice fine chop. If you prefer your dip a little chunkier, feel free to leave it at a rougher chop. Now we're going to gather all this from our cutting board and put it in the bowl. In she goes. Use your knife to get all those sticky bits off the cutting board. Right, now let's add the rest of our ingredients to the bowl. Here we have 2 tablespoons of minced white onion. You can also use a red onion or a shallot, but your dip just won't have that clean, creamy white appearance. Next we'll add a half cup of sour cream. There we are, and half a cup of mayonnaise. There we go. Then we'll set our bowl aside. Make sure to keep those fingies clean. Right, next we'll add our freshly squeezed lemon juice, 1 tablespoon to be exact. There we go. Right. Then we'll add some freshly ground pepper for a bit of kick, 6 or so twists or as much as you like, or about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Then we'll add a few shakes garlic powder. You may add more if you like a garlic punch. Lord knows that garlic will punch whoever you're talking to right in the face if you add too much though. So just be mindful. And now, time for the cheese! This recipe just isn't the same without freshly grated parm. Grab your grater and let's get to it. We're going to need 1 cup and not a shred less. Yes, coming along nicely. Don't worry if you overgrate. You can always save the excess for some pasta later on. Give the grater a shake to get all those glorious cheesy bits. And there we are. Now we'll pour our cheese into the bowl. Feel free to use more than a cup, but not less. Right, then we'll grab our spatula and give it a good mix. Make sure to wipe down the sides to make sure you get all of your ingredients incorporated nicely. Stirring and 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 stirring. Oh dear! Heavens! That was a close one. This dip is out of this world, so it's not a surprise. Now, we'll set that aside, and now is a good time to turn on and preheat our oven to 350 degrees. And now for the bread bowl. A dip just isn't right if it's not served in a bread bowl, so we're going to serve this magnificent dip in a bread bowl for an impressive presentation, as well as a tasty way to, quote, do the dishes. Then we'll grab our cutting device. Always a fun time. Ah, yes, our bread bowl is looking as empty as a rebel's brain. let's roll up our sleeves and get our dip and start scooping it in. This is a bit of a smaller bread bowl, so we do need to be careful and make sure we get it into all the edges. If you have too much for your bread bowl, just put the extra in a ramekin and put that on your foil-lined tray as well. Oh yes, look at that mountain of dip. Right, that's good. Right, then we'll place that in our oven 25 to 30 minutes or until golden brown on top. Right, time to get our dip out of the oven, and that's looking wonderful. This is a perfect colour. Once your dip is this colour or a bit lighter, it's ready to go. Now, you naughty little Jawa, don't take any bites until it's had time to cool. This dip can and will burn your mouth like the dickens if you have a bite before it's had time to cool. Then you just put your bread bowl on a serving plate and surround it with some nice water crackers, and it's ready to go. Take a look at that. Absolutely lovely. People will be ravenous even for the bread bowl. Oh, all right. Now, the best part, let's give it a taste. Get a nice big scoop after it's had time to cool, and absolutely divine. So worth that raid of that ALDERAAN pub to get the recipe. Right. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to give us a thumbs up. If you decide to give this mouth-watering recipe a try, be sure to take a photo and tag us on Instagram @TreatTrooper. Click over here to subscribe and click over here for more recipes. We hope you love this dip just as much as we do. And until next time, a trooper toodaloo to you!